In 2023, PM Modi called Donald Trump his special friend. But 2 years on, that friendship is being tested. And it may be costing Indians our jobs, visas, and even livelihoods.
H-1B वीजा को रिन्यू करने के लिए आपको अमेरिका से बाहर नहीं जाना पड़ेगा.
But when Trump assumed office, that promise didn't hold.
Our country has been ripped off more than any country in the history of the world, and now we're doing what we have to do.
Many in India celebrated the win.
My friend! My friend!
The belief was simple. A right-wing government in Washington would naturally align with the one in Delhi. Media coverage amplified that idea from Jaishankar's seat at the inauguration to Modi's rapport with Trump. All being framed as signs of a strong bond.
My friend! मेरे दोस्त, India has a true friend in White House.
But can foreign policy hinge on personal rapport? India shouldn't believe that charm and friendship can outwit America's protectionist instincts. But today, tariffs bite harder, visas sting, and the so-called strategic partnership looks shakier than ever. Ordinary Indians are now paying the price. So let's unpack this. How did India misread Trump? How tariffs and H-1B visas are hitting Indians hard? And what can we expect in the coming months? But most importantly, what could Modi government have done differently over the past few months? Let me explain.
He actually speaks very good English. We just don't want to talk.
India may be grappling with tariffs and visas, but here at the News Minute, we are facing a smaller but an important problem. We haven't met our subscription target this month. Many of you are celebrating the GST Utsav, so maybe you can loosen your purse strings a little bit for us too. On a serious note, we really need your support to keep doing this work. Independent journalism isn't easy, and it isn't free. If you value the News Minute and the work that we do here at Let Me Explain, then become a subscriber today. You can do so for just 500 rupees a month. Remember Howdy Modi? The handshakes, the stadium rallies, the optics of two strong men sharing the global stage. It looked like India had finally cracked the US code. Modi and Trump, who are besties on the world stage, romance codes. But fast forward to 2025, and that optimism has turned bitter. India is now learning the hard way that personal chemistry isn't the same as foreign policy. When Trump first entered office, Delhi saw opportunity. A US president skeptical of China, bullish on business, who loved pageantry and handshakes. But what the Modi government didn't account for was that Trump's Make America Great Again, that's MAGA politics, prioritizes one thing above all else: domestic advantage. For MAGA Trump, friendship means nothing if it doesn't serve his base. On the other hand, Modi's strategy leaned too much on the theatre of friendship. And when American politics demanded that Trump shows toughness on trade and immigration, India was not spared. Friendship was no shield. Tariffs were the first blow. In mid-2025, Trump slapped a sweeping 25% duty on Indian goods. Barely weeks later, that figure doubled. Today, 50% tariffs apply to most categories of exports, putting India on par with Brazil for the highest US trade duties. Consider the scale. India exports around $66 billion worth of goods every year to the US. By some estimates, nearly 87% of that trade is now exposed to punitive tariffs. Jewelry worth $32 billion, textiles employing 45 million workers, leather clusters, shrimp, auto parts, all hit with duties up to 50 to 60%. Competitors like Bangladesh and Vietnam get easier access, while Indian exporters are priced out. Beyond the numbers, the psychological hit is huge. The rupee weakens, export orders dry up, and fears of a widening current account deficit grows louder. And then came Trump's second weapon, the H-1B visa. And remember, this came just days after supporters of Modi government wanted all of us to believe that all was well again. Because of this.
I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday.
But hey, Trump announced massive fees for H-1B visas. Introduced in 1990, the H-1B allowed US companies to hire skilled foreign workers if they couldn't find enough locally. Over time, Indians came to dominate the program. In 2024, they received 71% of approvals, far ahead of Chinese at 12%. Firms like TCS, Infosys, Wipro and Cognizant collectively secured over 350,000 visas between 2009 and 2025. This wasn't just about jobs. The H-1B became the backbone of India's IT services model. Young engineers cycled into US firms, gained experience, sent remittances home, and helped build India's global tech reputation. For countless families, the H-1B was more than a visa. It was a ticket to the American dream. And now, Trump has rewritten the rules overnight. A $100,000 fee applies to all new petitions after September 21, 2025. For smaller firms, the fee is prohibitive. Even large Indian IT companies must now rethink their US hiring strategies. Unlike tariffs, which target goods, this targets people directly, striking at ambition, mobility, and the very imagination of a generation. Even giants like Amazon face staggering costs. Just imagine this: 10,000 visas alone could total $1 billion. That signals a shift in the flow of Indian talent to the US. So how did India end up here? Mistake 1, placing too much weight on personal diplomacy. Flattery doesn't override Trump's domestic agenda. Mistake 2, over-reliance on the US market. If India had diversified trade earlier with EU, ASEAN and Africa, the tariff shock wouldn't hurt this much. Mistake 3, reacting too late. Trump's tariff rhetoric was never subtle. India could have offered limited concessions upfront to blunt the blow. Now, mistake 4 has been ignoring the H-1B fragility. Instead of preparing to keep talent at home through better universities, venture capital, startup incentives, India bet on a pipeline it did not control. The result of all this is a moment of deep vulnerability. India is reacting from weakness, not negotiating from strength. Trump has every incentive to escalate. He may extend the 50% tariff to more categories or threaten extreme hikes unless India makes concessions. India does not have the leverage that China does. India's IT sector now faces a double whammy: the H-1B shock and the proposed HIRE Act, which could slap a 25% tax on payments for US firms outsourcing to foreign companies. So what can India do now? First, negotiate smartly. Offer selective tariff cuts in exchange for breathing room, but no desperate giveaways. Second, diversify trade. Close deals with the EU and the UK, deepen ties with ASEAN, Africa, Latin America. Third, invest at home. Strengthen education, research and startups to keep talent in India. Fourth, use coalitions. The WTO provides legal tools. and a coalition approach would make Trump think twice about isolating India. Look, the lesson is not just about one leader or one administration. It's about strategy. The coming months will test whether New Delhi can shift course from reactive diplomacy to strategic resilience. One thing is certain, India cannot afford to misread Trump again. But that said, both Modi and Trump are mercurial leaders, and how they change their moves cannot fully be anticipated. Now, before you leave, here's something to take back with you. Imagine your most intimate moments being recorded, not by you, but by a hidden camera in a theatre or a doctor's clinic and sold as CCTV footage. This is the chilling reality of a shady business that sells stolen footage. At the News Minute, we are launching a hard-hitting series to investigate this trade, how it works, who fuels it, and the lives it destroys. This demands deep on-ground reporting and legal expertise. If you believe journalism must expose what others fear to touch, stand with us. Contribute to our reporting fund and help us uncover the truths few dare to investigate.